Today, I'm gonna show you how to take these beautiful edible flowers and create an extra special cheese board. Let's get started. So for my goat cheese log, I've got some chives and some edible flowers and some little micro kale sprouts, but you can really use anything you want for this. Any other herbs. Softer herbs work better, so I wouldn't really use rosemary necessarily unless it's chopped finely, but like even cilantro could be really cool. Sage could be really cool. Anything that's easy to eat will work great with cheese. So let's just get some chives that are a little smaller size. Set these off to the side. I'm gonna use some of these whole flowers, but I like to pick some of the petals off as well. Just think it's pretty to have some single ones. Just get everything ready to go before you start. It's always good practice is to have everything prepped, your mise en place done. And this is just such a cool way to make your cheese board like extra fancy, and it's not actually that expensive because it's just like herbs. So why not make it fancy as fuck? So just a couple more petals. And then I'm gonna take just a couple tiny flowers too, some of the smaller ones. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see what else we got in her. Ooh, that one's pretty. I'm just gonna cut off the bottoms because, I mean, you can totally just pop this whole thing in, but then you've got like that whole base, like bud of the flower in, and we don't really want that. So just like that, just get it off a little bit. And now I'm just gonna pick some of the stems off of our little microgreens. Because again, we don't really want all the like stems and stuff. We want like the pretty little leaves. So just a few. And microgreens are such a great way to decorate your goat cheese because they come in all different shapes. A lot of them come in different colors. You can find them like everywhere these days. So I've got my goat cheese here, and this is just a log of plain, regular old goat cheese, chev if you prefer. You can keep this for later. If you want to like stick your flowers in and wrap it up in cling film, totally fine to do. I like to do it right before and just like place it right out. It's also like for me a little bit soothing to like place flowers before I host a big cheese party. So let's place some flowers. So I'm just gonna start pushing them into the goat cheese. You can do this in like any sort of decoration you like. If you want to try to do like cool geometric patterns or something, like go for it. And you can do this also in any order you like. If you want to start with the green and work your way, if you want to start with the petals, however you like. I am going to use this guy, place our big one first. That way we know exactly where it's going, and just give it a little push in. It'll stick in there, especially if your goat cheese is nice and room temp. There we go. Start adding some green too. And again, this is not like a difficult technique you need to master. This is just like basically having fun with your food. Put some chives in there too. I like to sort of clump my little flower designs together. It's just my own personal aesthetic. And chives are cool because they sort of like follow the shape of your goat cheese too. And just keep adding your flowers. And you can even use like cool colored spices as well. Like sumac's got that great purple color. If you want to add some like paprika for a cool like red pop. Anything that's got color is great for this sort of like awesome flowery herby presentation. And the goat cheese flavor is so mild, it's really easy to customize the flavor with spices, but also let it shine on its own. This petal I've named Sally, and she told me she wanted to be right there in between the chives. So I've covered my cheese with flowers and sprouts and herbs, and all this needs is some crackers and a party. I've got a spatula to transfer my cheese. Oh yeah. So there you have it. This is such an easy way to add both value and a pop of color to your cheese board.